The weight of shadows. You don't realize how fragile a family's faith can be until it shatters. My mother's laughter echoed through the halls of our home like an eerie melody, one I still hear in my nightmares. "You're going to disgrace us," she had said, her voice dripping with disdain. "Pathogen taster? Are you insane?" My father and siblings joined in, their voices rising in a chorus of ridicule, drowning out the last flickering embers of my resolve. I was the scapegoat, tossed aside for daring to expose the truth of a high-security disease lab, their laughter a mocking reminder that pursuing the supernatural was a folly. Years have passed since I left, years spent in the shadows, where I tasted the unseen horrors that dwell in the remnants of quarantined relics. Each pathogen I encountered was a haunting echo of their disbelief, a bitter reminder of the family I once sought to please. I embraced the ridicule, transforming it into an obsession. My pursuit morphed into something beyond mere investigation. It became a dance with the unknown, a desperate grasp at knowledge that others were too terrified to acknowledge. And now, I was returning home. The familiar landscape greeted me with an unsettling warmth, the kind that wraps around you like a shroud. The house stood untouched, its paint faded but unchanged, as if time had conspired to keep it frozen in our past. My heart raced as I approached the door. Memories flooding back, my mother's laughter, my father's dismissive wave, the burden. "Look who's back from the dead," my sister sneered, her tone dripping with sarcasm. "Did you find any monsters under the bed?" I could feel the weight of their judgment pressing down on me, but it was different this time. I wasn't just the delusional outcast. I was a harbinger of truths they could not ignore. I let the silence stretch, savoring their discomfort. "I'm not here to argue," I finally said, my voice steady. "I'm here to show you why I left." With a flick of my wrist, I unscrewed the cap, releasing the faintest wisps of a dark mist into the air, and their eyes widened in horror. The shadows in the corners of the room began to lengthen and twist, as if drawn to the vial's dark allure. "What are you doing?" My father's voice trembled. I stepped closer, a smile creeping across my face, not of joy, but of vindication. "You wanted to see proof? The truth? This is what I faced, and now it's here right in front of you." The shadows coiled around my family, whispering secrets only I could comprehend. Their laughter turned to gasps, the color draining from their faces as they witnessed the terror of their disbelief manifesting before them. I could feel the weight of their judgment lifting, replaced by a realization that clawed at their sanity. They were witnessing the very horrors I had warned them about, the consequences of their ridicule. My mother, once so proud, cowered against the wall, her eyes wide with terror. "Please stop this," she pleaded, tears streaming down her face. "We were wrong. You were so quick to dismiss me," I replied, the shadows swirling around us like a tempest. "Now you see what I've uncovered, what you've been too afraid to face." The shadows pressed closer, their whispers growing louder, echoing the fears my family had buried deep within. I felt a surge of power, a dark triumph over those who once mocked me, their tormentors becoming the tormented. "As the shadows remember this moment," I said softly, the weight of my experiences heavy upon my shoulders. "You laughed, you ridiculed, but I've survived what you feared, and now you know the truth." With that, I turned and walked away, the door creaking shut behind me. I could still hear their hushed whispers of terror, the realization settling over them like a suffocating blanket. As I stepped into the night, I felt a strange mix of triumph and sorrow. I had become a warning, a reflection of their disbelief. The shadows would always follow me, but now they were not just mine to bear. They were a shared burden, a heavy reminder that sometimes the monsters we ignore are the ones that come back to haunt us. And as the darkness settled around me, I took a deep breath, ready to embrace whatever horrors awaited on the other side. Sponsor. Sounds like you're diving deep into a chilling tale of obsession and familial disbelief. If you enjoy exploring the darker side of passion and the price of knowledge, you might find kindred spirits in the worlds created by Rebecca Yarros. Her books often delve into intense, character-driven narratives with a touch of the extraordinary. Dive into the world of Rebecca Yarros, a One New York Times, USA Today, and Wall Street Journal best-selling author, and discover captivating stories that resonate with uncovering hidden truths and facing the consequences. Perhaps her tales of the Empyrean, Flight and Glory, and the Renegades will offer a haunting reflection of your own story's themes, exploring how dedication, even to the seemingly ridiculous, can reveal profound and terrifying truths.